Imagine you just woke up
Dagger 2-1, this is Overlord. Do you copy? Over. Dagger 2-1, this is Overlord. How copy? Over.
and you realize this can be your last day because it is the World War, where a single mistake can cost not only your own life but also those who are innocent as well. Where if you give an inch to your enemies, they are going to snitch it as hard as they can, find every possible advantage that can take you out. You see, that clip was from a video I made, what, few years ago. I think it was 2 years ago. Racers, the most masculine sportsmen. And if you check the description of that video, you will find two specific videos. One named 18 plus and a video on YouTube which inspired me to make that video, my original video, in the first place. And the real video which inspired me about F1 drivers, if you see the thumbnail of it, it was James Hunt in that thumbnail. I mean, sure, it inspired me a lot, and I think it led to me producing one of the best projects or content I ever made. But the second one, the 18 plus tag which I've given, that is something I wanted to discuss today. And sure, I could bring a script and talk faceless. Well, I am half faced, but I could have script with it. But I think this particular topic which I'm going to talk about today is more personal and deserves more than a script. It deserves my unfiltered, uncut opinion. And because of that 18 plus video which I saw again, this 2 years later now, I just think about it even today, about those men which lost their lives in while racing. Is the most horrific deaths I've ever seen. And of course that YouTube video is also age restricted for good reason. You cannot imagine the level of kind of accidents these men got through doing what they love most, racing. And why this related to me the most is because I have this bucket list, not dream, of course. My dream is sure also one of this stupid things, at least for most people, just like racing is for a few people out there. Some people say it's just cars going around circles for no reason. So the thing is, one of my bucket list is that I will drive. It is a particular image where I'm driving a car, which is the Lamborghini Gallardo 2005 wide body kit, twin turbocharged, and of course race car kit conversions, racing suspension, BBS rims, and all that on the Nürburgring, and I'm pushing it to the limits. I mean, I have that Lego car right here in the display cabinet. It's similar to that Lamborghini Gallardo 2005, the first generation, and around the Nürburgring, wide body kit, race car conversion, and all that. And if you think about it, if you like motorsports, or whether you got into cars through street racing culture or just showing off, I mean, street racing is bad, of course. You should not engage in that sort of activity. Although a kind of street racing in a hope of honor, of course it's not legal, but those midnight club events when it's only at night time, and the risk only involves the people who engage in this stuff, which means street racers are the only ones at risk, and they made sure of that. But that's beside the point. Any kind of thing, this sport, let's just say motorsports, you're always under a risk going fast. No matter what you'll say that safety standards have been improved and this and that, the emergency units are improved and better than ever before, there is always a risk, and throughout the time it has been that way since. So coming back to the point, my bucket list, I want to drive that Lamborghini Gallardo on the Nürburgring, pushing its limits. And the best case scenario, if I get into an accident, I hope I don't never get into an accident on the road or on the racetracks. But if I get in it, the best thing is I walk out alive. But crashing $300 to $500,000 car because of all the conversions and all that. I mean, if I get there, at least 200 grand's worth of destruction. My car is total if I have a huge crash. And best case scenario in that too, because of the roll cage and I survived, I don't lose any limbs and I don't have any major injuries. And the worst is my own life. So why would I do this? Why would any of you who think about it would do this? I literally got ahead in my video, Racers, the most masculine sportsmen, is when I compared racers to actual World War II soldiers, or even World War I if you take that. Basically soldiers. You are there to protect for the betterment of everyone, or the people you care about. And you're ready to suffer the consequences, the damages with it. You can lose your life, lose your limb, watch your mates die in front of you. I mean, what could be worse? This PTSD thing is, of course, sure, very real, and it is. How can you get and agree with it? How can you go ahead and say, yes, I would serve in the army, and probably watch my friends die, probably watch my wrist, my arms, my legs destroyed, cut out right in front of me, and I'm willing to die for it. I choose this path. Because racing at that time, 1950s to the 1990s, which I talked about, I think from the 2000s it was still dangerous, but quite safe. I mean, because of the safety improvements, of course. But as a racer, you had to accept that fact, or you can go home. There is no way around it. And even today, me watching those horrific deaths, that 18 plus video, still skips my heartbeats. It's so disheartening. And still I want to go ahead and watch it. I mean, not watch it. I still want to go ahead in that Lamborghini and race my lifetimes and drive fast on the Nürburgring. Nürburgring is known as the graveyard in the 1970s. People died on that track because of the bumps, jumps, fast corners, the lot. It's much safer now, sure, but the risk is always there. If I just play the video now, I compared them and together. I said the difference was between a World War II and a World War II veteran and the race car driver at that time was basically, it was a peaceful time. The 1950s is when the races started, which I talked about in that video. And I compared it basically like you're not forced to be a racing driver. And this simple analogy, which I have the video right here, I'll play it for you. Sounds like someone who has purely dedicated their lives for being in the military, being a soldier, a veteran. The only difference is, it is the post 1950s, where the Great War World War II was over. You are not forced to fight, or in this case, compete. Your enemies become your rivals. The innocent people are the spectators. The racetrack is your battlefield. Your race car is your weapon. Your freedom is your grandstand win, and you, a soldier, are a racing driver. And that is where, all the edit started in. I think it's still one of my greatest analogies, I think. Because for that win, it is your freedom, comparing to a World War II soldier. And the thing is, the TLDR of it, whether you like motorsports, street racing, or you have one of these things like you want to go to the Nürburgring and race your car there, or whatever ambitions you have, it's downright crazy to a normal person. And we are car enthusiasts. We love this thing. That's what gives us fulfillment. And coming from there, the normie perspective, if you want to call him that, is that why bother? I mean, sure, you race, you win. I mean, is that worth risking your life for? Or thousands of dollars of your money, if your car is totaled in a crash, that is. And the thing is, I thought about this. I think it's still worth it. Of course it's worth it. What do you think? Would I do with the rest of my life? Huh? Bro, I can go out on these Indian roads today on my bike and still have a risk that I will die a horrific death. You have seen the Indian roads today. Every single day, these normies which talk about, racing is pointless and why would you risk this life, they go on and commute on the most dangerous roads in the world, which is our Indian roads. Bumps, jumps, road quality is shit. People drive like they have nothing in common with a civilized driving behavior, riding behavior. People skip red lights. It's downright chaos, as Sebastian Vettel put it that way. I mean, sure, in a European country, sure, you would go out and you'd probably be much safer as a driver with those strict laws and people actually following rules. Bro, people are willing to risk their lives going on the wrong side just because what? They're lazy and can save 120 rupees on a yearly basis. That's not even $2. And they're willing to risk their lives going on the wrong side because of it. And these are the people say it's pointless and bullshit like that. So what? What, are we just supposed to survive? Are we just supposed to just fit in? And this can come into other in other sectors as well. Because if you talk about me, sure, I want to drive fast cars and all that in a controlled, safe environment. I would never advise anyone to street race, and not even to myself. I would never do that. It sure is unnecessary risk, and plus it's illegal too. So I'm not saying that. I'm talking about controlled racing in a controlled environment. Basically, Nürburgrings, racetracks is what I'm talking about. You go there. You push it to the limits. You risk everything. And then, what? It's the best feeling. It's the best, most fun thing, 10 out of 10 thing in the whole wide world. There is nothing that will make me happier. Sure, this is a different type of thing which I'll enjoy the most. The other thing which I'm talking about, the other sector, is you as a car enthusiast let's be honest, you do not give a fuck about the commuter cars. I mean, sure, you appreciate the help and the technological innovations in those. I heard Driving for Answers uploaded a video on the, technological innovation on their, I think it was Toyota, which made a new type of gearbox, which was, I'll have a video right here or the thumbnail. Go check that out. I really learned a lot from it. Probably will be my project, college mini project, who knows. But that kind of thing in that car is good, and it is interesting because of it. And sure, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about that car, the commuter car. You don't care about that car because it just has one purpose: to go from A to B. That is survival kind of shit. Yes, just like going from A to B is survival, baseline, and racing is what you do that A to B thing for. Just like art, humans make art because after they are done with that survival thing which is necessary, in order to survive, the only reason they do their shit jobs, they put up with their boss, they do whatever, make space the bill, is because they can make time to do, make art. All of that is because you can make something out of your life, something good. And it can be anything. It can be a simple drawing to the paper, to storytelling, or anything you can think of. Even teaching your kids has some art into it. Your teaching style, your expressions, how you express to your kids is also art in some sense. And how you teach them about life, how you give them experiences, how you spend time with them. That's all you do after you are done with this basic survival thing. That's what you live for. That's what we live for. And it's same with racing. And I think the TLDR of it is that out of all the things we can do, we as car enthusiasts choose this, racing. And me personally, I don't give a fuck about normal cars as A to B commuting. If I want to make a car, which is my plan, I want to make a special car, a sports car. I can get away with, joining a car company, a normal car company which makes whatever they make today, SUVs, which I don't like. I hate SUVs. I can get away with it. I can work in it. I can make 30-40 grand a year, $1,000, which I mean, and $30,000 to $40,000 a year, maybe less because India and inflation, all that. So I can do that. I can get away with it, and I will be a respected member of society. Baseline. But I don't. I want to design cars. I want to make cars. I want to push their limits. I want to make something more than just basic A to B commuter car, which is solely designed to, add extra features and profits. Because I've heard that, more than the base car itself, companies make more profit from the extras in their cars. So there you go. That's the thing. It comes in every sector of life. We were into cars because of the beautiful cars, the rich cars, the Lamborghinis, the Ferraris of the world. And because of them you were into cars. You were not into cars because you saw Toyota Camry today on your walk to college, school, or work, whatever. You were into cars because you love the voluptuous, sexy lines of the Ferrari Daytona SP3, right? I mean, the iconic boxy design of the Lamborghini Countach, the innovative mid-engine layout of Lamborghini Miura, and the whatever the Koenigsegg is doing these days. The Gemera. Right? How? Christian von Koenigsegg, I've made a video on him too. But how that man made one of the best hypercars in the world, made one of the best hypercars in the world, and I still like, and that's what I want to relate into this thing. Motorsports skips my heartbeats. Those, if you watch that 18 plus video, you will know, you will feel your heart stop what happened just right in front of me. But you will still, like me, if you want, still want to race, still want to appreciate the deeds, the work that these men got through. And because of them, because of their deaths, we can drive safely today. Because of their participation in this sport, we have disc brakes. Because of these innovations in motorsports, we can drive safely today on the road. Have you ever thought about it? Let me say, better safety structures, better safety cells in cars came from because they needed these safety structures in the race cars in the first place. Better braking efficiency, disc brakes, came from motorsports. Jaguar invented them in 1950s, I think. 1955 crash was because of those highly efficient disc brakes. We jumped forward from drum brakes to disc brakes. Because do you know how inefficient drum brakes are during rainy seasons? Don't even talk about it. Bloody rear view mirrors came from the world of motorsports. You see what we got? You see how we moved forward. The same thing we can say about, some people say of racing is pointless. Some people can say the same thing for the race to the moon. Why would you go to the moon? It doesn't make sense in a survival basis. Why would anyone go for the Mount Everest? Because it's an achievement. Humanity, we as humans want to do something great. We as humans want to strive for the great. That's racing for us, many people. And look at the outcome. We are saved because of it. Millions of lives are saved because of their sacrifice, of these men's sacrifices who lost their lives during racing. I'm sorry, I don't usually make this heart-to-heart video, but I think I like this format quite a bit because I'm not used to talking to camera either. But it's a simple thing. Just look into the camera and imagine your friend being there. Hey friend, fuck you. Something like that. So anyway, this is all I wanted to talk about. That's why I designed, if you're talking about Christian von Koenigsegg, or who made wonderful cars, I've also designed two cars because of these inspirations: Gordon Murray, Christian von Koenigsegg, to strive for the great, just like racers do. And I usually don't want to bring sponsorship in this video and right to the end too. I'm saying this, it's 22 minutes already. But if you're interested, I'll just give a simple plug. If you're interested in designing cars, the link will be in the description below. It will help me out if you check it out. And that's it. I design cars, I make them, I dedicate my whole life into this automotive world because I want to strive for the greatest. As Ayrton Senna, Alan Prost, and everyone who saw the racing days or participated in this sport did, risking their lives. It's nothing. It's what are we here to do anyway, right? So yeah, see you in the next video, I think. And hope you have a great day.